Hi friends, in this video I am discussing about line interactive and online double conversion UPS topologies. What is UPS topology? It determines how the power is flowed from input to the output within the UPS. And whenever we are purchasing UPS for a specific application, we are interested in cost of the UPS, size of the UPS, who is the manufacturer, what is the battery bank voltage, etc. And we will give less preference to UPS topology. But it is also one of the important criteria to consider while selecting UPS for your application. In this video I am discussing about these two important topologies that are used in UPS systems. So before making any decision about UPS topology for your application, you need to consider these 2 points: the equipment to which we are going to connect the UPS system, whether it is an medical equipment or ATM machine, lab equipment or computer system. Whenever your equipment is sensitive like medical equipment, then online UPS topology is preferred over line interactive because it is having advantage which I am going to discuss here. And the other factor is environment in which the UPS will be installed, whether it is an AC room or non-AC room. This is the block diagram of line interactive UPS with automatic voltage regulation feature. Whenever the incoming power is available, it is fed to the load through AVR block and filtering block. So what is the purpose of AVR block here? Whenever there is a variation in the input voltage, this AVR block will increases or decreases that voltage so that the set value is fed to the load. So here I have considered the set value of 230 volts. Suppose if you consider this AVR block is having a specification of -30% to 15% of the set value, this is coming around 160 volts AC to 265 volts AC. So this AVR block will work even though the incoming voltage is within this voltage range. So this AVR block will increase the voltage if the incoming voltage is low and decrease the voltage if the incoming voltage high, and feeds the required voltage to the load without transferring the UPS to the battery mode. When the UPS will goes to the battery mode, here you can see this is the flow of the power whenever the incoming voltage is available, and this goes to the battery mode whenever incoming power fails or the incoming voltage is out of the range of this AVR block, that is it is less than 160 volts or greater than 265 volts AC. And this is the inverter which converts the battery DC voltage to AC voltage, and there is a transfer switch which connects the inverter to the load. And because of the transfer switch, there is a transfer time for this UPS for the load to transfer to the battery mode. And these are the advantages of line interactive UPS. It is having low running cost because the inverter is not always in operation, and theoretically this is having high reliability. High reliability means lower maintenance, and this is achieved because of lower component count and lower operating temperature. And this lower operating temperature is achieved because the inverter is not always in operation. And this UPS topology is also having less heat load. And other advantage is it is having inbuilt auto transformer to increase or decrease the voltage output. This is automatic voltage regulation feature of this UPS topology. And this UPS topology is not recommended whenever the AC power is unstable, that is if it is frequently going on and off, or if the voltage range is beyond the AVR specification, or it is highly distorted, means high amount of noise is present. In all these cases this topology is not preferred because it frequently goes to the battery mode, and the number of battery charging and discharge cycles increases, and this decreases the battery life, which increases the running cost of the UPS. And whenever the power factor correction is required for your application and the load equipment to which your UPS is going to connect does not perform this function, then this line interactive UPS is not recommended because line interactive UPS is not having inbuilt power factor correction. The advantage of power factor correction is, so it reduces the unwanted reactive power, and also the total harmonic distortion is reduced, and also the noise is reduced. This is the block diagram of online double conversion UPS system. Whenever the incoming power is available, it is fed to the load through rectifier and inverter. And whenever power fails, so the inverter will takes the DC of the battery, and this DC voltage is converted to AC and is fed to the load. So inverter is always in operation whether the power is available or not. So this is the main difference between the online double conversion and line interactive UPS system. And there is a bypass, so whenever any problem occurred with respect to the UPS system, the load still can be put into operation by using this bypass switch. So these are the differences between the line interactive and online double conversion UPS topologies. So this is for low kVA UPS systems up to 5 kVA. Above 5 kVA, only double conversion UPS topology is preferred because of its advantages. Here you can see the efficiency, inbuilt power factor correction, heat dissipation and temperature, component count, initial and operating cost, size, transfer time. You can see the line interactive is having order of millisecond, whereas double conversion is having nearly 0. And total harmonic distortion for line interactive is very high, and online double conversion is low. Here you can see the specifications of both the line interactive UPS and online double conversion UPS for 1 kVA UPS system. Here you can see for line interactive, the output voltage is 230 volts plus or minus 10%. So the voltage regulation is poor for this line interactive UPS compared to online double conversion, and some equipments may not accept this much variation. For those equipments you cannot use this UPS system. And here you can see the transfer time is in the order of 4 to 10 millisecond, and the waveform is modified sine wave for line interactive. And this is a disadvantage for this UPS system. Many equipments may not accept modified sine wave because this modified sine wave is having many disadvantages. And total harmonic distortion here you can see is very high, up to 40%. And similarly here you can see the 1 kVA online double conversion UPS specifications. Here the output voltage, it is maintained nearly 230 volts AC, so the voltage regulation is very good for this UPS. Transfer time is nearly 0, and waveform is pure sine wave, which is acceptable for many sensitive equipments. Total harmonic distortion here you can see is very less, for 2% for linear load. Linear load means heaters, inductive motors, like that, and it is less than equal to 4% for non-linear loads. SMPS falls in non-linear load category. Here you can see the difference between the pure sine wave and modified sine wave output. This modified sine wave is also known as simulated sine wave or quasi sine wave. And this quasi sine wave is having a disadvantage that it creates a lot of stress on the power components of the device to which it is connected, and this also generates total harmonic distortion and noise. And here you can see the comparison between the 3 commonly used UPS systems. Standby is still inferior to line interactive UPS topology. And here you can see the line interactive and double conversion. Here these two topologies here in this video I am discussing. And line interactive is not solving the problem of harmonic distortion, noise and frequency variation, whereas double conversion, here you can see it solves most of the power problems. Because of that, double conversion UPS is most widely used UPS system because of its advantages. Whenever cost is your concern, and if your equipment is not that much sensitive, you can go for line interactive UPS system for low kVA readings, that is up to 5 kVA I have considered here. Thank you for watching my video.